I just knew this is where I needed to be. There was just something about the feel, the vibe, the energy, the people in general.
I really felt like this was a place that I really connected with, and when I left the interview that day, I was just like ecstatic. I could not have been happier.
I was definitely a little nervous, but I was mostly excited. It was going to be fun to be the guinea pigs.
I wanted to be in a place that really prioritized serving the community in which it was situated.
The mission of CMSRU fits me perfectly, and I literally think I woke up one morning and had that realization.
Every school has a mission. I don't know if every school lives their mission. This school definitely lives our mission, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud to have been part of that.
When I first came in, I didn't fully appreciate how much being a part of a community was an important part of being a doctor, and how being a better person would then make you a better doctor.
It stays with you. Like, you think about the people that you helped here, you know, and that's true whether you're helping at a school or whether you're in the student clinic or whether you're growing food in a garden, that what we've done here is really more impactful to the community and longer lasting. And I think that's made me more aware of the types of activities that I'm involved in and how much of myself I put into them, because these people are taking what we did home with them and it's impacting their lives in a larger way.
I think there's an expectation with service learning sometimes that you're going to see bad things that need changing. And honestly, in soccer, I saw mostly wonderful things. It was soccer practice just like I had when I was a little kid running around.
And it gives you a good way to kind of get locked into the community. And there's a few people that, you know, I've seen the parents outside of soccer, either in Camden, some of them even work in the hospital. And it's just kind of nice you have that extra connection. You really feel like much more part of the community.
Because of CMSRU, I'm definitely more interested in working with underprivileged population and just trying to make a difference and serve.
It's a blessing to have been able to just, again, be aware of what is going on and the things that just play a huge role in how patients are able to take care of themselves on a day-to-day basis that you would never know if you were just sitting in the office and learning medicine in isolation.
One of the most special experiences of CMSRU was having our student-run clinic. We started off with, you know, one faculty advisor and a couple Robert Wood Johnson fourth-year students with some advice, and we built a whole clinic.
People love to go to the clinic and have their own patients, and I think that is truly special, and you're able to provide care to Camden residents very early on and really get entwined in their lives and learn about the city through a patient's perspective.
It kind of gives you an idea of what being a doctor is you depend on the rest of the team.
I will always remember my first patient. She's called me doctor since day one, whether or not, even though I told her that I was not a doctor.
So stepping into that role in the community felt natural, but it did not feel natural that suddenly I was being looked at as someone with some degree of knowledge and authority in medicine. It was more uncomfortable than I expected to have a patient come and say, "Here I am, like, help me out." And that was scary and a really huge honor at the same time.
Gary was my first patient, my first physical exam of my first year, first month of my first year. He had a lethal tumor growing in his throat, and he was just so happy that we were there for him, that we were there helping him understand what's going on with him, even though if understanding what was going on with him was that he was dying. He taught me what it's like to live in Camden, what it's like to have barriers to care, but what it's like to still be hopeful, be happy, and to live a great life. You know, it wasn't a matter of me being there for Gary, it was a matter of Gary teaching me. And that, I think, is one of the things I'll carry forward from this point forward, for the rest of my life, honestly.
I think the biggest difference I notice is how we talk about patients, like how we discuss our days and how we discuss our encounters. Just overwhelmingly the discourse here hasn't been about like complaining or wishing that they hadn't done this, but more like, that was really cool. I was really glad I was a part of that. They said something great, I saw something great, I learned something great.
I think being here has been a great experience because you get to see patients from all different walks of life. It feels very special to work with a community who's so needing of help, and it's, you know, a mutual relationship, because as you teach them and you help them, they also teach you. Those were my teachers, And I think that the community here really helped teach me a lot.
This whole thing has been like an alteration in my perspective. Like, I don't think I'd trade my experience here for anything in the world. I've really kind of matured as a person and seen a completely different side of life. I've become more appreciative of my own children. I very much well appreciate my wife, and the people in Camden provide that to me.
My training at CMSRU, and I think specifically CMSRU, living in Camden for 4 years, the community I'm in, and more than anything, my classmates have made me now motivated because I want to change the world. And I know that sounds cliche, but I think we can change the world. I think we're going to be great physicians, and I think Camden has taught us things. I think CMSRU has taught us things that are unique to us. And I think we're going to do a heck of a lot more than help people.